good YouTube? It's your boy Vedic, a pro bench warmer. Welcome back to another dueling video. I've been gone for so long. I'm sorry. College work is more important than uploading. I'm sorry, but I'm back with a King of Games video. I haven't given you guys one of these since Gem Nights because I'm not giving you one if you already know the deck, like piece by piece. So I'm bringing you a new King of Games video now because I hit King of Games with Karakuri. I haven't seen that many videos of Karakuri hitting King of Games on YouTube, so I wanted to give you guys this. If you enjoy it, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to be giving you guys much more content. Let's get into the deck. Now, Karakuri is not a simple, and I repeat, not a simple deck to just jump right into. There's a lot of little things you have to remember. Number one, Karakuris need to attack if they're able, so if you can prevent them from being able to attack until you have the OTK, do so, please. 2, this deck can draw 1,000,000 cards a minute, so you can push for OTKs. And 3, you can put in your own little text here and there. Since they are machines, they are Earth, there are cards that they have access to, but you have to keep in mind what the meta is at the time. So here's the deck that I ran to hit King of Games with level augmentation. The best skill for this deck. First card I got is Spear Karibo, because Kawaki will fuck you if you are not prepared for them. Next one, we have a big beat stick in Hyper. We have our initial double summon in Nishi, the 3-star tuner. The level 2 is the Stratos of the deck. It gets all the Karakuri cards, so literally all of your deck except for like what, 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. 6 cards it does not search. Other than that, it searches the rest of your deck, which is fan-fucking-tastic. The next card I love, the level 4, floats into like every Karakuri monster. Special summons them in attack position, but Karakuris like to change their battle positions if they're being attacked, so please keep that in mind. It floats into itself as well, so it saves your ass a couple times. And it can also float into the next tuner, the level 3 tuner, that's like a rare, because when it's normal or special summon, it changes the battle position of another card on the field, or it changes itself. You can change the battle position of the next monster that would attack for your opponent if you special summon it off with Nisamu, so that's really good. Also, if you just normal summon it with Karakuri Anatomy already on the field, you get counters on it. So let's talk about the spells and traps. The spells and traps are what make this deck so damn good. Cache is like an emergency call for the deck, lets you search a Karakuri monster from your deck to your hand, but it also changes the monster on the field's battle position. So it means that if you're going first, you can put your monster into defense position to protection, and also search a monster for next turn. This is such a good card. Also, because it changes battle positions, it puts counters on Anatomy. Anatomy is the next card we're going to talk about real quick. Anatomy it's like a pot of greed, my mans. You change a Karakuri battle position 2 times, you get 2 counters on this, draw 2 cards. This is why you can draw so many cards in your deck. First turn, so many times I look at my deck after my turn 3, I have 9 cards left in my deck. That is insane, bro, and that's really why I loved Karakuris. This card plus the way that the Karakuris just function as an engine of their own, it's such a good deck. Now, the spicy tech that I ran here is Karakuri Gold Dust. Since your SYNCHRO special summons a monster from your deck, this card requires you having 2 face-up Karakuri monsters in attack position. When you attack in the battle phase, you can activate this in the damage step. You change one of your monsters to defense position and toss its attack on the remaining attack position monster, meaning you could push for a lot of damage, more damage than you probably would have if you just regularly attacked. And also, you can attack with the first monster, then attack with the second one, and change the first monster to defense position, so you get an additional boost in battle damage. That's so good, and it helped me so much. You'll see it in the replays. It is such a good card. Now, if you don't want to run it, go ahead, don't run it. It doesn't matter. The spell and the rest of the spells are ways of getting rid of your opponent's cards. We got Offerings of the Doom. You don't really mind skipping your draw phase since you draw so much in the deck. You got Hey Trunade, pushing back your opponent's back row. And you got Torrential, I keep saying Torrential, Treacherous Trap Hole, popping 2 monsters on the field. This card is still really good, and since you run nothing but spells pretty much that push your opponent's resources away from them, this card is just always live whenever you draw into it. It's such a good card. Your extra deck, you want to run 2 Beret. 2 Beret is great because if your opponent kills the first one, you have another one to go into. You're going to be going into that second one if you can. You kind of want to push for going into that second one. Next, you're gonna be running Armades as your second best synchro in the deck. You're going level 3 tuner, level 3 tuner, level 2 non-tuner. You always have Armades live. It's such a good card, just stopping all things happening while he attacks. That's such a good effect. Next, I have like Lightning Warrior. Is really not that good. I'd rather change this with an extra Armades. And lastly, we have Stardust. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell do you summon Stardust? Level augmentation. You can change your tuner to level 6 and then summon the level 2, or you could change your level 2 to level 5. You can change levels like crazy with level augmentation. Level augmentation is so good. Now I want to give you guys some pointers as to how the deck runs just really quickly. If you are in a situation where you only have the level 2 and Anatomy in your hand, you normal summon the level 2. You do not get a monster. You get Cache, play Anatomy, play Cache, get a monster, and then draw a card off of Anatomy so that you protect yourself. You want to be able to keep your resources in your hand until it's time to go in for the OTK. And another pointer is, please read your card effects, because they are going to benefit you greatly. If you special summon your level 3 tuner off of Nisamu's effect, next turn you have 2 summons, 2 normal summons. That's such a good, you have to remember these things. But I'm gonna get going into the replays. You're gonna see all of these in action in the replay, so please watch the replays, understand how the deck runs, pick up the deck, and I hope you guys hit King of Games too. With that being said, it's a wrap.
Black Triforce.